Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I have done some of these guys' beers before. This is, I'm probably going to butcher this up, Neshaminy Creek Brewing. And these guys are out of Croydon, Pennsylvania. This is their Blitzkrieg Hops Double IPA. And this is a 9%er English style double IPA. So, and the England, it doesn't have any date on it, guys. So, but he did send me a letter saying it was fresh. They're dating the carton or something, which I'm not a big fan of. So, but at least they're dating something. But like I say, guys, if you're not dating the bottle or the can, you might as well be dating the bumper on the truck that delivers it. Especially if you're buying singles, because you have no idea. And I buy a lot of singles, guys. I really do. Unless it's something I've had before, I rarely take that chance and buy a 4-pack or a 6-pack of something I've never had before. So I'd much rather try one of them to make sure I like it before I make that major purchase. So I don't think there's anything else we can talk about. I don't have any commercial descriptions from either of the sites here. Well, let me take that back. Beer Advocate does have some information written here. It says here, with the amount of IPAs brewed here in the States, you'd think that there's only one way to skin a cat. Well, we all know that's not the case. I mean, different amounts of hops, bittering hops, flavor hops, aroma hops, would change a beer drastically. And the type of hop that you use, whether it's an English style hop or a West Coast style hop or Australian or New Zealand, all those hops have different profiles, guys. So, I mean, there's a million ways to make an IPA and a double IPA. And the amount of those hops that you use per batch will have an effect on that too. So, it's almost unlimited to what kind of tastes and profiles you can get just by changing the hop varieties or the amount of the hops. Or, I mean, it's just, the combinations are limitless. It really is. That's why there are so many different varieties and so many different breweries brewing different stuff. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Says here, while the West Coast style has long dominated the style, there's a world of IPAs you should explore, and Blitzkrieg Hops DIPA wouldn't be a bad start. Blitzkrieg is a big 9% ABV, juicy, earthy, hopped English style double IPA brewed entirely with English malts, hops, and fermented with an English ale yeast strain. Now, using all English malts, hops, and fermented with an English yeast, that would tend to let me think that this would probably be a more earthy, floral type of beer instead of that piney, grapefruity, pineapple-y taste that we get typically from our West Coast style. And the East Coast styles are just a little more subdued than that, typically. Now, there are some brewers and breweries on the East Coast, especially in New England, that are really kicking that up a notch. Treehouse, Lawson's, the Alchemists. I mean, there are a lot of great breweries in New England. They really are. And you guys that live in Vermont and Maine and Massachusetts, I mean, there are a lot of great breweries that are doing some really tasty stuff. So you don't have to be sad that you live there and not in California or somewhere where there's a boatload of breweries brewing West Coast styles. We can get that style on the East Coast too. But anyway, back to this beer. It says here, brewed with Maris Otter Pale Malt and hop with Admiral, Pilgrim, Phoenix, and Target hops. I have used Target hops before. I don't grow them. I've bought Target hops, but I've not used Admiral Pilgrim or Phoenix hops before in any of my brewing. So I'm not familiar with what their profiles are going to be like. All big, juicy, high alpha English hops that we thought needed a little love, each which is over 10% alpha acids. Blitzkrieg Hops Double IPA is a homage to the birthplace of the IPA, as well as the band that inspired its name. So, like I said, guys, this is a 9%er. I don't have the IBUs over here, but according to what Beer Advocate says, the IBUs are a 98 on this beer. For a double IPA, it's up there. You should have some nice bittering to the back end of this beer and stuff. So, food pranks for this style of beer, guys. It says cuisine is your typical curried and Indian. Cheeses are your nutty Asiago, Colby, Parmesan, sharp blue cheddar. Meat is shellfish. And like I always say, just about everything off the grill goes well with a nice IPA or a double IPA. Glass right a pint, backer, tumbler, mugs, time, Sidell. Got my favorite glass today, and not recommended for extended cellaring. So these IPAs and double IPAs, drink them as fresh as you can get them, guys. All right, let's get the top popped on this. And this is a 16-ounce can. This was sent to me by Kevin. So Kevin, thanks a bunch, my brother, for that beer mail package you sent. Can't get these beers here, so I have such great subscribers that send me these awesome beers. Feel damn lucky. Ooh, I can smell it from here. I'm getting a little bit of hot profile. I'm not going to pour it all in there, guys. I'll leave a little room to get my big nose down in there. About a finger of head. It is kind of on the cloudy side. So it would lead me to think that it may be an unfiltered beer. Nice orange tangerine color. A lot of bubbles streaming up. A little bit clearer on the thin part of the glass down here than it is through the big bowl part. Good looking beer. First beer of the day. Starting off with a 9%er. Might catch a buzz, yeah. Just get a nose on it here now, guys. Wow, it does have a nice citrusy. A little bit of grapefruit. That's very, to me, uncharacteristic of the English hops. They're a little more spicy, herbal, floral, like I said, than the grapefruity, piney, pineapple-y smell. But this smells pretty good. It smells pretty damn good. Got a nice hot profile. Very nice. Tangerines, oranges. Wow. Pleasantly surprised with this. And of course, like I said, I have done a couple of beers that have been sent to me. Because I can't get them here, of course. I don't know what the distribution is for this, so Kevin might post something in the comments if he knows how far out they go from the brewery there. I'm not exactly sure. Got a wonderful aroma. My mouth is watering. It's time. I ain't had a beer all day. Let's get it on. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Kevin. Thank you, sir. That's pretty tasty. Definitely got the bittering hops in there. Definitely getting that 98 IBUs on the back end here. It does have some floral, herbal spiciness to it, but there's just a little bit. So evidently one of these hops, maybe the Target or something, has got a little bit more of the orangey, grapefruity qualities to it instead of just being all herbal, floral. Smells pretty good. It's a little subdued as opposed to the West Coast style, being an English style, but they've used all English malts, yeast, and hops in this beer. Fairly good. Alcohol's pretty damn well hidden for a 9%er. I've had a lot boozier with less ABV. That's tasty. I enjoyed this. Don't know if it's going to end up in the A category, but it's definitely above average. strong bitterness on the back end. I will tell you that though, guys. Almost 100 IBUs, so definitely got the bittering hops in it. Well, let me take it back and let her sip on it like I always do, and we'll come back and see where this one ends up and drops in. Pretty tasty. It is. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm just sipping on this for probably about 30-35 minutes or so. The beer has a nice orangey tangerine grapefruit taste to it, even though it's an English style. The spicy herbal floral is there too, but it has that orangey citrusy tangerine taste, which makes it a little more pleasant to me. Gives it a little bit more than that earthy herbal flavor that most of the English style IPAs have. They use the typical European hops, the Goldings and the Saaz and Tetanang hops and stuff like that. Those just don't bring out a big hop characteristics to me. So this was very pleasant. This is very nice. I will say it doesn't quite get to the A category because, one, it doesn't have a date on each in each can or bottle, so it may be. This is a 16-ounce can, and like I said, I think that they are dating the pack, the 4-pack or the 6-pack, however this becomes. I would say it's a 4-pack being a 9%er, which basically to me is irrelevant if you're buying singles. It needs to be on each individual can. So maybe there's small brewery that can't afford the dating machine, but still kind of would like to see that. And another thing, for the Europeans style beer with their English malts, English hops, English barley, it's a little more subdued. But this one is a little more pleasant than typical to me. I do enjoy an English IPA, but I like the West Coast style a lot better. I really do. I like that up-in-your-face style hop. But for what it is, it's very tasty. I will leave it at that, guys. I don't think it's quite to the A category, guys. It's kicking on the door, and if it had a date on the bottom of the can, I would probably go ahead and give it the 8, which is the A minus. But since it does not, I'm going to give it the 7, which is a B plus. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it would probably be somewhere in the 88 or 89 area, so somewhere in that area. Let's go over to Beer Advocate says 87 in a very good range. I agree with that 100%. It is a very good beer. It's definitely worth picking up and get your hands on it. A very nice representation of the English style double IPA with a little extra kick in there with that orangey tangerine citrusy taste, which is a plus to me. Over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says 89 overall, 47 in the style. So we got an 87, 88 or 89 for me, and an 89 from Rate Beer. So we're pretty close in line on this one, guys. It's an upper B plus. So if you've had it, let me know what you think. Let's do the final chug on this one before we go away. Very pleasant, very nice first beer of the day. Usually don't start off with a 9%er, but I was in a hurry today. Let's get it on. Final chug. Been one of them days, been one of them 2 days as a matter of fact, guys. I won't bore you with the details, but been kind of shitty 2 days at work. So, and on top of that, I found out today that I'm going to have to go to court next week for a friend, so I'm going to have to get a haircut and trim my beard and all that to be presentable for him. Don't want to go in there looking like Grizzly Adams or anything like that. So I'm going to have to do the big trim on everything before next week. So this beer was definitely delicious, guys. Like I said, not quite to the A category to me, but it's kicking on the door, B plus. If you've had this one from Neshaminy Creek Brewing, this is the Blitzkrieg Hops Double IPA. Let me know what you think, guys, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.